A Jewish story. This week's story from the Holocaust is taken from the book Anti-Judaism, The Western Tradition, written by David Nierenberg. One of the first threats that the Nazis wanted to get rid of in their first months in power was the threat, in inverted commas, of Jewish intellectualism. The age of rampant Jewish intellectualism is now at an end. Joseph Goebbels, May the 10th, 1933. So begins the speech with which the propagandist-in-chief of the Nazi Party addressed the students of his nation, some 4 scant months after his party's rise to power. The speech announced a revolution from below. With a PhD in German literature, Goebbels was himself something of a recovering intellectual. But now he exhorted his audience to don brown shirts and stand side by side with the German worker, rebelling against domination by machines, with the German burgher, straining against the financial burden of war reparations, with the German soldier, revolting against the dishonorable defeat of the Great War. The newly coined Minister of Folk-Enlightenment and Propaganda also gave the students an assignment: to clear the way for a true German spirit and a new German man, a man capable of facing death without fear. They were to perform a strong symbolic act, one that would show the world that the old order lay in flames, and that the new was being born in German hearts. What act would symbolize the destruction of the unspirit of the past and the shattering of the unstates, namely the liberal Weimar Republic, fetters of tyranny? What act could best symbolize the destruction of all the old and of all the un? Goebbels proposed a bonfire of Jewish intellectualism, a burning of un-German books. The book burning was only a small part of the Nazis' initiative for the de-Judaization of German education. A few weeks before, the first of many un-German professors had been purged from the universities, and the de-Judaization of university education was only a small part of the Nazis' plan for the de-Judaization of German society and culture as a whole. Still, small as it was, this strong symbolic act conserved something of a synekdoche, a part which stands for the whole, not only for the Nazis' larger project, but also for mine. Rampant Jewish intellectualism stands here explicitly as a figure of thought. The Jewishness with which it explains the world is not limited to real Jews, but threatens everyone. According to the Nazis, it had infected the entire liberal Weimar state. Goebbels expected his audience to understand what this Jewish intellectualism was, and to perceive how it menaced them as individuals, as classes, students, workers, burghers, soldiers, and as a German nation. He also expected them to be moved by this understanding to political action. We know that he was not disappointed. So our question must be, how could Jewish intellectualism provide so many people, not only Germans, as we will see, but also many of the greatest thinkers of the modern age, with such a satisfying explanation for the condition of their world? Please pass on this story.